Hello students, today we are going to see the load test on three-phase induction motor. In this experiment, we are going to compute various parameters of induction motors such like speed, torque, efficiency, slip, etc. This is the circuit diagram for the three-phase induction motor experiment. Here we have to measure electrical parameter as well as mechanical parameter. What is meant by electrical parameter? The motor is nothing but conversion of electrical into mechanical energy. So input is given by electricity or electrical energy, and output we are getting, that is the torque, right? So here the observation table, if you see, it will get divided into two parts. Wattmeter readings, these are the two wattmeters we have connected. It is related with the measurement of power, and ammeter will measure the current, and voltage voltmeter will give you the voltage reading. Okay, and this is nothing but the um, arrangement for the load. Here we are connecting the load by adjusting the tension here, so that S1 and S2 value will change and different load will get applied on this motor. So we have to take S1 reading, it is in kg, S2 in kg, and speed of the motor from output side, and in input side we have to take the reading of voltage, current, and two wattmeters, that is nothing but the power. So here you can see the supply given to the motor is three-phase supply, and these are the 3 points or the three windings or the three phase of the stator of the motor. So in between RBY and RBY of this, we have to connect all the meters that we want to connect. Okay, so this is nothing but R phase. Here it is R phase, it is Y, it is Y, B and B. Okay, so we'll see one by one connection. From this, always we have to give the supply with the help of switch and starter. We cannot give directly supply to the motor. Okay, so R, then fuse is there, and this is nothing but the DOL starter, that is direct online starter. So from that R point, it is given to the ammeter. From ammeter, it is given to the M point of the wattmeter. L point of the wattmeter is given to the R of the stator of the motor. Then we always have to connect M and C point of both the wattmeter externally with the help of small wire. After that, B phase. From B phase, it is directly given to the B phase of the stator of the motor. And these two wattmeters we have to connect through the voltage points of both the wattmeters, and that common point is given to the B of the stator of the motor. Okay. Then remaining is the Y. From Y, it is given to the M point of the second wattmeter. L point of the second wattmeter, it is given to the Y of the stator of the motor. M and C already we have externally connected. V point are common, and that common point is given to the B. So these are the only connection that we have to do on the panel of the motor. In next video you will see what is actual assembly or the experiment, that in the lab. I will send you the second video. Now what is the procedure? It is a load test on the motor, means by applying the load on the shaft of the motor, we are going to check the speed of the motor as well as we are taking the reading. So what we are going to vary, first we will take a reading on no load, means no load is connected, no tension is given through this, S1 and S2 will be 0. So at this, whatever speed we are getting, that is the no load speed, and for that condition we also measure the voltage, current and wattmeters reading. Then we will change the load by adjusting the tension here. That screw arrangement is there for adjusting the tension in the lab. So if you see, you can adjust the load here, and S1 S2 will be set accordingly in terms of kgs, and we will apply the load, and we will again measure the same things, means speed, then wattmeter reading, ammeter and voltage. Again we will change the tension, again we will take the same. So for 4-5 readings we are going to repeat this procedure. First reading we are going to take on no load, and after that gradually we are increasing the load with the help of this tension adjustment, that is S1 S2 will increase gradually, and accordingly for that every value of S1 and S2 we are going to take the readings on the meters as well as the speed. So we will see the observation table in the next video. Okay, thank you. Hello students. Today I am just giving you introduction about the wattmeter. You have already studied or seen the voltmeter as well as ammeter in the lab, but wattmeter is one of the new meter for you. So wattmeter is the meter which is used to measure the power. We are using it for measurement of power in case of three-phase induction motor experiments. That's why you should know the basics of wattmeter. Here you can see the wattmeter is nothing but four terminal instrument or the meter which will measure the power. Here you can see the wattmeter is the unit meter for measurement of power. Power in AC is nothing but a VI cos phi. So V as well as I should get measured by this meter. Here there are four terminals for the wattmeter. If you see the wattmeter in the lab, you will get four terminals on the lab wattmeter M, L, C, V. Okay, so M is for mains, which is coming from main line. L is for load, C is for common, and V is for voltage. So MLCV, these are the four terminals for the wattmeter. Under the wattmeter, basically the wattmeter is consist of two coil. One is the current coil, another is the pressure coil. So current coil, which is in series, is related with the measurement of current, and pressure coil, which is in parallel, is related with the measurement of voltage. So current voltage, if we measure the current and voltage, we will get the power. So this is just a brief idea about the wattmeter. And always while we use the wattmeter, we connect this M and C point externally. There is no internal connection to the wattmeter. When you see the wattmeter in the lab, you will have two or three options for the voltage. For example, 300 volt, 600 volt, depending upon the requirement, we have to connect or we have to select that voltage point. Suppose we are going to select it on 300 volt, and suppose we are going to select it on 600 volt. The scale is only one. There is only one scale. So how to identify whether it is the range of 300 volt or 600 volt? So there is one concept or the factor that is given on the table which is under the wattmeter, and that table gives you the specific multiplying factor. So whatever reading you are getting from that.
Hello students, today we are going to perform the practical on three-phase induction motor. Okay, three-phase induction motor load test. So this is the arrangement to test the motor. Okay, load test. Now the main supply is here. See, this is the fuse RYB. Okay, connections are shown. Fuse is shown here with the neutral. Now that supply is given to the starter. Starter is a protective device for the motor. So we are not providing direct supply from the fuse to the motor. We are providing that supply from fuse to the starter, and from starter we are providing to the supply to the motor. Okay, so now you can see here the specifications. AC voltage, so up to the 440 voltage we can provide to the motor. Ampere 4.5, up to the 4.5 ampere we can apply the load to the motor. RPM, that is 1440. Okay, and 3 HP motor, that is the specification of the motor. Now starter connection, if you see here the two R1, Y1 and B1. ओके, तो कंफ्यूजन हो सकता है यहाँ पे, लेकिन कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. RYB जो कनेक्शन है दैट इज फ्रॉम द स्टार्टर मेन सप्लाई, एंड R1 Y1 B1 ये जो टर्मिनल है दैट इज फ्रॉम द मोटर. नाउ इन बिटवीन द स्टार्टर एंड मोटर वी हैव कनेक्टेड दैट सेटअप to test the load on induction motor. Okay, as the Jog ma'am explained you the connection diagram, three phase connection diagram. So this is the three phase connection diagram. As per that connection diagram, we have done the connections here actual. Okay, now see, this is the three phase supply, that is MCB. Okay, after that supply is given to the starter, that is DOL starter, direct online starter, protective device. यहाँ पे supply आया. उसके बाद RYB जो कनेक्शन है और मोटर के जो कनेक्शन है RYB, इन दोनों के बीच में हमने ये पूरा सेटअप लगाया हुआ है. ओके, नाउ वन बाय वन अभी हम देखते हैं. आर से कनेक्शन जा रहा है एमीटर की तरफ. फ्रॉम आर कनेक्शन इज गोइंग टूवर्ड द एमीटर. देखो आर और ये एमीटर को सप्लाई गया है. एमीटर से कनेक्ट होते हैं मीटर्स, तो एमीटर से आगे सप्लाई गया है वैट मीटर को। नाउ दिस इज द वैट मीटर, ओके। तो एमीटर से वैट मीटर को कनेक्शन गया है, वैट मीटर कनेक्टेड। देन वैट मीटर से कनेक्शन अगर देखते हैं तो आर की तरफ जा रहा है कनेक्शन, तो ये वैट मीटर से कनेक्शन गया आर की तरफ, ओके। तो ये आर की तरफ कनेक्शन गया वैट मीटर से, दैट इज द फर्स्ट वैट मीटर कनेक्शन। After that the second wattmeter is connected in B. If you see the Y terminal, Y में कोई connections है नहीं, direct Y to Y1 connect किया हुआ है, तो that is shown here, Y to Y1 direct connections, okay. And connections of the 2 wattmeter terminals B connected to the middle, okay. तो ये अभी हमने यहाँ पे connect किया, ये third wire जो आपको दिखाई दे रही, that is the common from 2 wattmeters, okay. थर्ड वैटमीटर कनेक्शन, थर्ड वैटमीटर इज कनेक्टेड इन बी, ओके। तो ये अभी हमने यहाँ पे कनेक्ट किया हुआ है वैटमीटर, सेम एज द फर्स्ट वैटमीटर कनेक्शन, वोल्टेज कनेक्शन, ओके। वोल्टेज का पॉइंट अगर हम देखते हैं, देखो 600, ओके। ये जो कनेक्शन दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे 600, देखो ये दोनों वोल्टेज के टर्मिनल से ये वोल्टेज टू वोल्टेज 600 दोनों वैटमीटर को कनेक्ट किया हुआ है, और यहाँ से ये वायर गई है वैटमीटर की मिडल फेज में, ओके। तो दैट इज द वैटमीटर कनेक्शंस दैट आवर मोटर इज रेडी फॉर द परफॉर्मेंस, ओके। दिस इज द लोड अरेंजमेंट, दिस इज द लोड अरेंजमेंट। ये यहाँ पे ब्रेक एंड पुली अरेंजमेंट इज देयर, ओके। बाय रोटेटिंग दिस वी आर अप्लाइंग द लोड ऑन द shaft, okay. This is the C. If we rotate this, we can see the changes here, okay. That is the load is applied on the motor. जितना मैं इसको और टाइट करूंगी उतना ये इसके ऊपर लोड एक्सिस्ट करेगा, दैट लोड ऑन द इंडक्शन मोटर, ओके। तो बाय इंक्रीजिंग लोड स्टेप बाय स्टेप हमें मोटर का परफॉर्मेंस देखना है कि जब मैं लोड इंक्रीज कर रही हूँ तो मोटर की स्पीड इंक्रीज हो रही है, व्हाट इज द इफेक्ट ऑन द करंट, वोल्टेज, ये सब ऑब्जर्व करना है, दैट इज नथिंग बट द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द इंडक्शन मोटर। Okay, I am explaining you with the detailed procedure for carrying out the load test on three-phase induction motor. Initially, we will be ensuring that our thermostat is in the off position, and after that, once we start with the three-phase supply, we will be giving the supply to the motor through a DOL starter. We will be taking the readings for W1 wattmeter, W2 wattmeter 2, then current, line current, and phase voltage, line voltage. And then we will be taking the readings for speed. Initially, we will be ensuring that the load on the motor is at 0 position. So, we will be ensuring that S1 and S2 have the readings as 0. S1 is equal to 0, S2 is equal to 0. Once we will start the motor at no load, after that we will go on time. We will be going on tightening with this pulley. So, it will act as a load on this freely running rotor. And then for gradually we will be giving the load, and we will be taking the readings for W1, W2, VL, IL, speed, S1 and S2.
We are now taking the readings for no load on induction motor. First reading will be on no load, then gradually we will increase the load and we will take the reading accordingly.
Now see the S1 and S2 both are at 0 position.
This is the load which is at 0, still it is on no load. We have not connected any load on this shaft. So for no load, the current reading is 3.45, voltage reading is
421
volts, wattmeter 1 reading is 130 and wattmeter 2 reading is 210. Now the speed is, it is a no load speed since the no load is connected.
1496.
It is 1496 RPM. We have applied the load through this tension. S1, S2 will give you the value of load applied on the belt. The value of S1 is 300 and it is nearly 3. Wattmeter 1 reading is 80 watts. Wattmeter 2 reading is 250 watts. Voltage is 3.56 and current is 3.56 ampere and current voltage reading is 422 volts. The speed is 1489. Now we have again increased the load, we have adjusted the tension. Accordingly the reflection will be there on S1 and S2. It will be in kg. S1 reading is 600.600 and S2 reading is 5 kg. Now here current is 3.68 ampere. Wattmeter 1 reading is 50 watts. Wattmeter 2 reading is 290 watts and voltage reading is 422 volts. So in this way we can gradually increase the load, we will get different readings and from that different reading we can plot the graph for the characteristics as well as for efficiency. Speed for the third reading is 1484 RPM. Here I am showing you the observation table. As I have already explained you in the first video that we have to take the readings of voltage, wattmeter readings W1 and W2 and ammeter reading, that is the current reading, that is input side or the electrical side, as I have already mentioned you in the first video. Second part of this observation table is nothing but S1, S2. These are the tensions applied on the shaft of the motor in terms of kgs and speed of the motor in RPM. So this reading we will take after performing the experiment. And what we have to calculate? We have to calculate, you can see the various parameters in the result table: input power, output power Newton meter, output torque Newton meter, and then efficiency, percentage slip and cos phi. So how we have to calculate it? In the lab manual which will send it to you, you will find all the calculation how to calculate the values. So first is the sleep. Sleep is nothing but ns. Sleep is equal to ns minus n upon ns. What is ns? It is 120 f by p. P is equal to 4 for this induction motor which we have in our lab. So put the value of P as 4, F is equal to 50, you will get NS. And this NS minus N upon NS is nothing but whatever speed readings we are getting. So each reading we have to put here so you can calculate the value of sleep. Then the torque. For torque calculation, you should know the net force exerted. It is S1 minus S2. Torque is equal to W into R. So W into R into 9.8. This is nothing but the W. W is the net force exerted which can be calculated with the help of S1 minus S2. S1 minus S2, that is the tension that we have applied on the belt and that reading we have taken in the experiment. So if you take the resultant of it, that resultant into the radius of that shaft, and that radius of the shaft is 0.1 meter. This R is equal to 0.1 meter for the motor. Okay, then output power. How to calculate the output power? That is nothing but the omega into T. But what is omega? 2 pi n upon 60 into T. That torque that we have already calculated in the previous step, that value we have to put here so that you will get the output power. Input power is just addition of 2 wattmeter readings, W1 plus W2. Power factor we cannot get cos phi directly. First we have to calculate tan phi with the help of this formula, √3 W1 minus W2 upon W1 plus W2. This W1 and W2 are nothing but the wattmeter readings. Okay, so once you get tan phi, you can easily calculate the cos phi of the motor. Why we need the cos phi? Because the power is what is the power factor? That is nothing but the cos phi. So for calculation of power factor, we have to calculate this phi value. Then efficiency is output power upon input power. We have already calculated the output power and input power in the above steps, step number 3 and 4. So you have to just use that values of powers and put into it. You will get the efficiency of the motor. So in this way your result table will be done. Okay. In the lab manual it is already given in detail. The formulas are there. Whatever reading we have taken, that are also with you. And how the graph of the experiment, these graphs we have to plot on the graph paper. The nature of the graph, you can see what is the efficiency. Efficiency nature is this: efficiency versus output, torque versus output, power factor versus output, speed versus output, line current versus output. So these graphs you have to plot so that we can analyze, or analysis can be done for the various parameters of the motor with the help of load test. So this is nothing but the calculation parts and how to plot the graphs. Already the graphs are mentioned here in the lab manual.